The scream ripped through the heavy summer night like a tear in the sky. Neighbors on Willow Street jolted awake, lights flicking on, curtains twitching. By the time anyone stepped onto their porches, only silence and the distant growl of a car engine remained. Before we unravel the truth behind that scream, pause for just a moment and subscribe to this channel. Stories like this, stories of power twisted by prejudice, need to be heard. Your subscribe and a quick thumbs up tell the algorithm that justice matters, and it helps more people discover the hidden dangers that can live right next door. Willow Street lay on the quiet edge of Briar Creek, a mid-sized southern town with church steeples, moss-draped oaks, and a history of tension that locals rarely spoke aloud but felt every day. Beneath the postcard calm, old wounds lingered. Sergeant Dale Kincaid embodied the town's uneasy duality. 38 years old, 6'2", muscular, with a buzz cut of blonde hair and cold gray eyes, he wore authority like armor. On duty, his uniform was always perfectly pressed. Off-duty, dark jeans and a black leather jacket framed the same square jaw and silent menace. Many white residents called him dependable. Black residents spoke of traffic stops that stretched into intimidation, of casual threats nobody dared report. Across town lived Malik Johnson, 26, 5'11", athletic and quick-smiling. His short, twisted locks framed warm brown eyes and a calm demeanor. Malik worked double shifts at the feed mill and fished the river at night to clear his mind. Friends described him as gentle, a man who would rather walk away than argue. One July evening their paths collided at a corner gas station. Malik ducked in for a soda. Kincaid, off-duty but with his badge clipped to his belt, blocked the doorway and demanded ID. The security camera captured everything. Malik's quiet question, "Why?" and Kincaid's low growl, "Because you fit the type." After a long pause, Kincaid tossed back the license and muttered a slur. The footage hit social media by morning. Outrage flared. The department promised an internal review. Kincaid received a mild reprimand and a private pat on the back from superiors. No suspension, no apology. From then on, Malik noticed a dark SUV trailing him during evening walks. Once, his fishing gear was slashed where he left it by the river. Friends begged him to file a complaint. Malik hesitated, wary of escalating a man who already wore a badge. On August 14th, Malik's mother reported him missing. His car sat outside his apartment, keys inside, phone on the kitchen counter. The quiet town awoke to sirens and rumors. A neighbor on Willow Street told officers she'd heard a heated argument just after midnight. A man shouting, another voice pleading, then that single piercing scream and the slam of a car door. Doorbell footage from 2 houses down caught a black SUV tearing away. License plates removed. Detectives searched woods, rivers, and backroads. A week later, hikers found a shallow grave near the old quarry. Malik's body bore signs of blunt force trauma. Clues surfaced like dark bubbles in muddy water. Scraps of leather matching a police-issue belt near the grave, footprints consistent with tactical boots, chemical residues in a remote police garage. When questioned, Kincaid claimed he'd been on a night drive, but GPS data from his patrol tracker, accidentally left on, placed him within a mile of the quarry at the critical hour. A rookie officer, uneasy and sleepless, finally came forward. He'd seen Kincaid washing a black SUV at 3 a.m., wearing gloves, a faint streak of blood on his cuff. Forensics later confirmed Malik's DNA hidden beneath the trunk liner of Kincaid's vehicle. Arrest followed. Courtroom seats filled with neighbors, reporters, and a community divided. Prosecutors presented a damning pattern. Years of racially motivated stops, unfiled complaints, and text messages where Kincaid boasted about teaching lessons. The defense attacked evidence handling and questioned the rookie's motives, but the mountain of proof stood firm. The jury found Kincaid guilty of kidnapping, second-degree murder, and obstruction. The judge, unmoved by pleas for leniency, delivered a life sentence without the possibility of parole. Briar Creek could no longer pretend its problems were in the past. The police chief resigned. Oversight committees formed. Each August, residents march with candles along Willow Street, where Malik's friends light lanterns and speak his name, a promise that silence will never again protect violence. If you believe Malik's story, and stories like it must stay alive, tap like, share, and subscribe right now. Together we shine a light on the darkness that authority sometimes hides behind.